Digital technology has changed the way we live our lives.
But not everyone can use it easily.
Especially people with disabilities.
Conception of Digi-ID was really in response to the societal challenge and human right for all to have digital access. The program I designed based on deep scientific research into the relationship of technology use and inclusion for people with intellectual disability, and really just unearthing the positive side of what is quite a harsh story of very low access. We had a study with just 22% of people with intellectual disability having access and use of technology, but the positive story that those that did had better outcomes in terms of their health, inclusion and well-being. So really what were the challenges were really around accessible training. So that inspired getting started. The Digi-ID program commenced thanks to funding from EIT Health and Education Strand as a partnership between ourselves in Trinity College and partners in France, the Netherlands and Sweden. We have grown through partnerships and to work with other European partners, but most critically engaging with NGO partners in the disability service sector. Commencing first with, in Ireland, 4 large disability services working with us, and commencing one of the first of its kind inclusive recruitment processes to engage people with intellectual disability and autism in the actual design of our program with us. Not just as research participants, but to be paid team members within our first ever citizen advisory panel. And in the first year, we hired in Ireland 7 people with intellectual disability and autism. And this model was replicated in our European partner countries. I suppose to say that what's most important is that we have now co-designed through engagement of over 1,000 people across Europe with intellectual disability, autism and their care, support teams and support circles, educators and health professionals, and the first ever accessible e-learning platform to support digital skills. We're also expanding to support work-ready skills as our community take up opportunities in the workforce. And through our platform, we support unlock amazing new talent for the workforce.
I've been teaching people how to use Facebook safely.
I teach online safety and accessibility.
I teach Microsoft Excel and Outlook.
As teachers with intellectual disabilities,
We teach people with intellectual disabilities to use technologies.
We're thrilled to be partnering with a number of Irish universities thanks to Path for Government funding. We're also really excited to be heading west and to the University of Galway and working with them in their brand new programme over the next 18 months. We'll be piloting Digi Academy with them and their students, learning together the digital skills that they most need, how we can support them with the education that we deliver through the programme. The programme is delivered by people with intellectual disabilities. We've trained now over 10 people with intellectual disabilities to be our first digital skills teachers, and we've covered a host of topics based on the listening and validation of our research. So EIT Health joined forces with us on a topic to address this huge societal challenge and to support us, particularly in the early stages when we were learning about the best ways and the best types of methods. And they provided an amazing sounding board to test and consider some of the innovation with us. And naturally, given their ecosystem in Europe, the potential to connect with really valuable European partners, firstly to test out the methodologies and validate the innovation with us, and now at this juncture of commercialization to support us on our next journey as a new startup is hugely valuable. And I would say that the expertise in the EIT Health team across multiple areas, and in terms, especially in business and innovation, have been hugely valuable. We have co-designed with over 1,000 people with intellectual disability and autism and their supporters across fields of health and education, a one-of-a-kind accessible training platform that has pushed the boundaries of co-design to ensure that the actual education is delivered by individuals themselves who have authentic experience using the technology and understanding the best ways to access and use the accessibility features and functionalities of mainstream technology to enable and empower their peers to get started on their own digital journey for success. That part has been vital. The user engagement in the creation of the work, it's really driving a ripple effect for our community as well. And now through our AI-driven solution, we are looking at areas of personalized learning. We're looking at how we can support organizations as well in terms of compliance. A really big area for us is supporting organizations and in our pilots to think more broadly about digital access and accessibility in the context of the EU Accessibility Act. And that's really, really important. A recent Inclusion Europe report shows that less than 10% of people with intellectual disabilities have paid jobs. We really have a mission to lead in addressing this challenge through unlocking talent and showcasing what people can do with the right types of support. So we really want to be part of that.
We have learned all these skills to show others how to build their skills with confidence. But if you want to learn more about our project, then you can watch our videos, which are co-created by our teachers.
Or send us an email at Digi-ID
at tcd.ie.